You see, without money, you can't make certain moves or decisions because with money, you have more optionality. Money gives you the ability to see and do things that you normally couldn't do or see. It gives you the ability to purchase items or things that could help you in your journey, help you at work, help you in your hobbies, your passions. However, if you don't dedicate time to building money, which is a resource, that tool to give you optionality, you won't be able to do the things that you wanted to do. So this is to tell you that you got to save your money. Saving money is the first step on making yourself financially secure and giving you options. How is that, you may ask? The first thing, when you have money, it allows you to save. Saving allows you to create an emergency fund. That emergency fund is going to block you from any type of hard time you may have. Just think about it. You've had a car issue. Your engine blew. Maybe your brakes are going bad. Engine comes on. You don't know the situation. You find out that your water pump is bad. You gotta get that fixed. And let's add on to that. You only have one car. So you have one car and all these things happen to you. Now you can't fix anything. Now, if you had optionality, which means you had put away money for this type of situation, you could afford to buy a brand new water pump. You could afford to fix that engine, right? Now let's add on more optionality because you saved up your money and you created yourself more resources. You could have bought a second car. Now, you bought a second car, but it's not the greatest car. It's a little used Toyota Camry. Let's say no more than 10 grand that you put away and you buy over time, but then you have your decent Toyota Corolla, right? You have optionality. You have two Toyotas, right? They're both very reliable cars. You have a savings account that has emergency funds in it. And so that means that you have one car that you can use for one thing and one car you can use for the other. One can be for shopping, for going out. The other one can be strictly for work. And that will give you the ability to not only give your cars a breathing room so you don't have to get them maintenance all the time, but it gives you different optionality on space, on their capabilities, and that will be the great thing about having money on your side, and including you have that savings account that you build up, and with that savings account you may have more money in it because why? You gave yourself optionality because you have more than one vehicle to get to work and do the thing that you need to do. Let's look at other ways money can help you. You took the extra money you got from work, probably worked overtime, and you started invested in the stock market. You didn't do anything crazy. You only bought an index fund that followed the S&P 500, and you put $100 in it every time you get paid. So let's say you get paid bi-weekly. It's $200 you're putting away every month. You keep doing it, you keep doing it, keep doing it. And then you start noticing my account is growing. My investments are, showing more, more umph in it, more growth. Let me add some more money. You a year passed, you got a pay bump. Let's say it was $2, but now you can add extra. Let's say you add $200 more on top of that, giving a total of $400 every month. That money grows. By the time you know it, that account already probably in a year or less is probably over 10 grand, probably over 20, depending on the stock market. Especially right now, it can go up even more. Especially, let's say that you kept adding money and right now it's like, let's say 20 grand and it went down. Sure, you lose some value, but you kept doing that same process over and over. By the time it gets back to its price or even beyond that, your account is going to be worth more. This is why having money is very important in your life, because it gives you optionality. And I want to get across to you that it's not a large amount of money that you need. You can start with $1. You can start with $2, $5, whatever you can do to start building that flexibility for you, that ability to give you more leeway, to help you build that freedom that you're looking for. But money will give that to you. But you just need to start prioritizing your financial future. And what does that also mean? Because guess what? You can gain money, right? And it can give you optionality. It can give you that flexibility. But if you give yourself too many issues, too many problems, you take away that movement that you need, right? And let's talk about what can take away the movement from you, from having those optionality, for having the fluidity to move because of your money, is unnecessary relationships. You know, you got that one friend, right? Every time you go out with him, you're spending a lot of money. And I'm not talking about you see him once or twice a week. I'm talking about you see them on the weekends more than 3 times. Y'all always going out. That is a person you probably need to stay away from. Why? Because they want to spend a lot of money, but you have goals to reach. So rather than you hanging out with that person every week, bring it back. Hang out with them once a month. You could do that. And rather spending $200 when you see them, you spend $100, even less, $50, and you tell them, hey, let's go to the bar, let's watch the game, and I'm gonna have only one drink. We already know when you go to the bar nowadays, a drink costs what, $20? You'll be lucky if you find it for $15. Unless you go for a beer, that'd be different. But you can get something a little cheaper. You know, you could do that. You can still get a drink, you can still enjoy yourself. The other biggest thing is relationship with women. This is probably the one that's gonna kill guys the most. And I would say you wanna kind of limit that. Limit the relationship with women, especially nowadays. We can see it's a big issue. It's a big issue, especially if you want one of those girls who want to be real fancy. You just need to kind of dial that back down, man. Dial that back down and just go ahead and just focus on your goals until you can make enough money. Because for guys, money is hard to obtain, especially when we're trying to build and we're young, we're trying to figure it out, because you're going to make mistakes. And we don't want you to get into more problems getting girls knocked up and stuff like that. So I would say, yes, you can deal with girls, you can have your fun with them, but you gotta remember that you can't give your time to all the to this girl. Definitely not multiple girls, because your future matters more than you building a relationship with that girl. If she really is into you, she'll understand and she'll still be there waiting for you when you get your stuff done, right? But in reality, you should work on your goals first, and when you have everything sorted out, then you can look into relationships with women. But for building, for becoming the best version of yourself, leave that alone. Leave that alone, because it's not going to get you anywhere, because you're going to have to put more energy into relationship. We already know that when you deal with girls, it's going to require a lot out of you. And the only thing you need to put the most effort into is yourself. And one of the last things I think are going to take a lot of movement from you is buying unnecessary expenses. What's an unnecessary expense? That trip that you want to take to Hawaii that you can't afford. I know you want to go with your friends and go travel, but this is not the time to do that. And if you are going to do that, you better make sure that you have saved up a fund directly for that, to fund that. And you already put away a lot of money. An extra 4 or 5 thousand in your savings account, or you put that in your investment account to get you back that money that you're going to spend on that vacation. Okay? Because if you're going to spend 5,000 on a vacation, you have better set up your investment to start building that money back for you. Because remember, that's money that you could have put away into your saving or investment account, which could, one, for your savings protected you from an emergency, and the investment account help build up for your financial future. So make sure that you prioritize your goals first before you prioritize trips and meals and things of that nature. The future comes first. Your opportunity comes first. Your protection comes first. Traveling, having fun is second. Because once you have built up your accounts, fun can come after. But build the accounts first. So when you take a trip and you come back, your money will have doubled, would have made some money for you, and then you could have, a reasonable, I'm gonna say reasonable excuse to be like, you know what? Yes, I spent that $5,000 on that trip. However, I made sure that I worked a whole 6 months and did overtime and put it in my savings and investment account, and that money did make me more money when I was working and when I was on my trip to Hawaii. And that's how you want to look at it. You want to make your money give you optionality. You want your money to give you movement so you can do the things that you want to do. And so, also to press on you, you want your money to buy back time because we're working. Imagine you're 20 and you're working 30, 40, 50. What have you done throughout that time? And the most important thing you should be thinking about is how you can get that money to put back into a way to make you more money so you can have back your time. Because you're 20 now, you should be finding ways to make money work for you, making money serve you in the best possible way. And that will give you the availability to do the things that you always want to do. But you got to invest the time and the energy. And you got to find different ways to create money, to create opportunities that can assist you on your journey within this world. Because guess what? They want you to keep working. They want you to work till your fingers hurt. They want you to work until you're 50, 60. Your goal is to not have that done to you. Your goal is to figure out the best methods to get you time back and to figure out what are the things that are going to take time away from you and won't help you build your future, okay? So that's what I got for you guys. Guys, I hope to see you on the next one. Peace.